welcome to Storytime Online with Calvert Library. My name's Miss Sayre, and I'm so happy you could be here with us today. All right, we're going to have some fun today. We're going to read some good books and sing a song. Grown-ups, we want you to stay and watch too. Kids learn best when a grown-up does stay with them. You are your child's first teacher, and we're here to support you. Let's start with our opening song. This song uses American Sign Language, so let's learn a few signs. The first sign is more, so we'll put our hands together, okay, and tap them, more. The next one is together, so we'll put our hands up together again and like you're stirring a big bowl, okay? Next, the sign for happy is big smile and hands up by your face. And then let's learn friends. 2 fingers up and they give each other a hug, like when you see a friend. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For my friends are your friends and your friends are my friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Great job, everybody. All right, it's time for our first book, Thank You, Garton, by Liz Garton Scanlon. Thank you to Simon Schuster for giving us permission to share this book with you. Isn't it beautiful? Do you have a garden? Have you ever had a garden? It can be so much fun to work in a garden. Garden ready. Garden new. Garden so much work to do. What kind of work do we have to do in the garden? Well, she's planting flowers. He's potting flowers. It looks like they're putting seeds in. Garden rock and garden water, garden son and garden daughter. Garden dig and garden play, garden filling up the day. Are they having fun in the garden? I see so many smiles on everybody's faces as they work together. Garden bed and garden plot, garden proper and garden not. What are they doing? Are they making muddy fun in the garden? Garden hardly makes a sound. Is the snail making a sound? It's quiet, growing slowly underground. He's looking at a butterfly. Sometimes rainy, sometimes dry. Garden soaking up the sky. Look at that beautiful sunset. Garden path meets garden gate. Garden wait. And wait. And wait, everything's growing. Garden frog and worm and bees. Garden berries, beets and peas. Well, they're getting all this fruit and vegetable from their garden. What do you think they'll do with it? Garden growing like a child, rosy, leggy, fresh and wild. Wild in this muddy mess. Garden, thank you. Garden, yes. Look at all the food they have. They have the berries from their garden, the lettuce. They have carrots and cucumbers. Grown-ups, if you point out pictures on the pages and say their names, it's a great way for children to learn new vocabulary. And this is where we say the end. Okay, now we're going to sing a song. Everybody, stand up. Who knows what season it is? That's right, it's fall. And what happens during fall? One thing, all the leaves change and they turn red, yellow, and brown. Okay? And then what do they do? That's right, they fall. So we're going to pretend to be leaves today, okay? So everybody up, okay? Right. Stand up. Now you're a leaf. Leaves are falling, leaves are falling. To the ground, to the ground. Look at all the colors, look at all the colors. Red, yellow, brown, red, yellow, brown. Can we do it one more time? And remember, be your leaves, okay? Leaves are falling, leaves are falling. To the ground, to the ground. Look at all the colors, look at all the colors. Red, yellow, brown. Red, yellow, brown. Great job, everybody. And while you're out looking at the leaves, it is a lot of fun to collect some. And then when you get home, you can place them on a hard surface, put a piece of paper over them, and rub it with a crayon on top. what do you think will happen? You might be able to see some of the shape of the leaves coming through on your paper, and it's a beautiful art project. That's a really fun way to enjoy leaves in the fall, okay? All right, and now it's time for our second book. I love this book. When I saw this book, I said, I cannot not read it. And this is called Being Frog by Pulley Sayre. And thank you to Simon & Schuster for giving us permission to share it with you today. Look at this frog. Look at him peeking out. Isn't that adorable? Oh, boy. A frog is being, is watching, is seeing. Look. A frog has favorites. This rock, this log. Its daily job? To support the frog. A frog must hunt. It scans, it spies, it crawls, it lunges, it fails, retries. It cools in the shade beneath a flower. It hides underwater, bath or shower. Look at all those frogs in that pond. It kicks and surfaces, its eyeballs gaze. Does it remember its tadpole days? Have you ever seen a tadpole? They are so incredible. They start first egg, then tadpole, 2 legs, then 4. See that tadpole? It has 4 legs. First, a tiny froglet climbs ashore, and look, it still has a tail. Now it suns, it caves spelunks. A green frog calls with glunk, glunk, glunks. Have you ever heard a frog make that noise? Can you make a noise like a frog? It climbs a cliff, mossy steep. It sits so still. Then suddenly, leap! Can you leap like a frog? Let's see a big jump. Look. Does it ponder? We don't yet know. Does frog time fly or trail snail slow? What do you think? Do you think its days pass quickly, or do you think it seems like a long day to the frogs? Waiting, watching, scanning, seeing. A frog has a life. A frog is being. This is where we say the end. Okay? Wasn't that a great book with such good pictures? And now it's time for our goodbye song. Our goodbye song includes American Sign Language, so we're going to learn a few signs today. Our first sign is goodbye, so put your hand up and goodbye. That's how we say goodbye. And then we're going to learn a sign for friends. 2 fingers up, your pointer fingers, and make them give each other a hug. Friends. Okay, next we're going to learn the sign for time. So take your watch. If you don't have a watch, you just tap your wrist like a watch and you tap it 2 times. And then we're going to learn say. Point at your chin and tap it twice, okay? So let's go. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. All right, that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.